Yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we're back. Look, this your girl. I'm just like y'all, okay? I ain't even going through all that spiel right now. I'm on the video with LaTruth's world, y'all, and y'all go on there because she been dropping the tea today, honey. Today, yesterday, and all days. Homegirl be keeping me aware, but today I had just told my husband, I said, you know what? I've officially graduated from a content creator to a regular watcher, honey. I'm just watching just like y'all, and it is something. All right, and y'all can like the video, subscribe, and do all that. That's great. But honey, this video right here, I'm just a watcher just like y'all. Now I'm on the part of her video where she's actually scrolling through all the tea and all the pages, I guess the text messages, I guess it's the paperwork that LaTruth has filed. And look, we gonna just have a moment of prayer right now. Lord, cover Sir LaTruth on his quest of whatever he's doing, y'all. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know if he's trying to scare his ex-wife. I don't know if he's saying, look, don't mess with me. You've been doing this for 2-3 years. You think it's a game, and I'm not about it anymore. A year ago, I was talking about, hey, I seen some things that I didn't like over there with his little girl, Caroline, as we will call her and continue to call her during the series on this darn channel. And boom, it looks like he's have woken up out of his stupor. Anyway. And so let's say, Lord, cover this whole situation because it looks unfortunate. Now, Miss LaTruth, she dropped 2 videos. One was early and one was late. So y'all getting this on the day that she dropped the videos because I was like, you know what? Let me shake out of this. I am watching it, but I am a content creator my darn self. Let me hurry up. But she had went over some, basically showed the paperwork of the dad. I forget what the heck I called him. Wireless is foul, to say the least. And I'm not going to sit here and make light of it. It is unfortunate. But to see that all of those things have been alleged on him, if you will, is ridiculous, to say the least. I can look at him and tell that, them think he has dipped and dabbed in those situations. I'm still confused on what those charges, but their I word was there. You get what I'm saying? The I word. If you don't know what the I word, the word is a very forbidden word. It's biblically wrong. It's about basically having regular relations with your family members and all that. We ain't saying the actual word. But that's just foul. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but I kind of picked up on something when she was on, I'm talking about Miss Brittany, when Brittany was on the phone with James and saying, basically James saw her in this purple bikini, and then he basically showed, what she had on. We know her clothes are very scantily clad. And he said, how you like this color, to her father. So I thought that was irregular. And of course, when she said daddy long legs, so we all know that this is a generational curse of basically, nasty treatment, to say the least. So, but another thing I said in this series of what I say on this channel is, one thing, the devil grows. He grows when you keep things private, when you keep things quiet. I was just watching some crime stories, and the girl who was taken away from this earth, she was singing Alicia Keys, I'll keep your secrets are safe with me. Just think of me, of the pages of your diary. And because I am a person who is intuitive and spiritual, those words are horrible. And I was like, when Alicia Keys was singing that, I don't know if that's what she meant, but I said, you know what? Dang, silly. That's exactly what she meant. Your secrets are not of God. We are not supposed to keep those type of situations private. We're supposed to let people know, because if you shine a light on something, it has to flee. It has to stop. So I'm kind of glad that this is becoming aware, coming basically public to people, so they can see, how sick this family allegedly is. And I do feel bad for the children. So everyone keep them in prayer, because obviously they're going through something. Okay, so he said to Miss his ex-wife, and we're talking about LaTruth. He says, he said, you blocked me from visiting my daughter's school. Okay, I'm reaching out to you today regarding our daughter, Caroline. As you know, we have joint legal custody, which means I have equal rights when it comes to her education, medical care, and overall well-being. Okay, let me mute my TV, honey. All right, because I'm about to unpause this so I can get the rest. All right, today, I'm sorry, not unmuted, muted. Today, I went to a more... all over the face, babe. Have I ever done this on the TV?
No.
This is my day off, and I'm able to do it. I just got up off from a nap. Today I went to a more Caroline school to see her, and I was very surprised to learn that there is a document on file preventing me from picking her up. See, it's funny. You guys need to and not saying that this is parallel to the story, but I am very, very, I read and I watch a lot of videos. Anaya Day, okay? I want you guys to look up the story on YouTube of Anaya Day. Anaya Day, and that's her real name, and just look that up. And LaTruth, I think you should do the same. I think you should look up Anaya Day. Now, not saying this is the situation, but I'm gonna tell you, Anaya Day's story did not just end up the way it ended up. It ended up because there were patterns going on, and the mom did the same thing. Okay, and I am not saying anything that no, we're not claiming it, but I'm letting you know what type of parenting this is. When the parent starts to block the other parent and do this is becoming a little whatever. And they too, Anaya's parents, were in a custody battle. So I'm just letting you guys know this is not a joke. This is real serious stuff. And as content creators, we have to understand that we're reporting the news. We have to report the news in a nice ginger way. We have to report it, and sometimes in a nice, humorous way, because nobody wants to be sad all day. But this can lead to issues. This one won't, because this is too public. This is public. Anaya Day is just going to be a story of what could happen, and we don't want this to happen. And this is why I feel like God has blessed this story with content creators like myself and Miss Latte and all the others and things like that, because this isn't going to happen. That Anaya Day story will not be duplicated, because the dad is on top of things, and he's doing things, and he's documenting things, and he's recording things, and he's being what's the word I'm looking for? Diligent. Right? Diligent. And so we salute Sir LaTruth, Father Gang, for doing what he's doing. I'm having some respect right in my brow here, kind of proud. Seeing a dad doing what he's supposed to do, be preventive. The old people say an ounce of prevention is what? Worth a pound of cure. So keep going. I'm on Team LaTruth today. I kind of fell off though a little bit 2 years ago, but I'm back and harnessed up on the swing of things on this one, because this shows strength. It also shows that he calmed himself down, and he was kind of like in the back doing some things that we didn't even know about, right? We didn't know all this was going to go down, and this went around just in time when she thought that she was going on this, strike-a-thon that she's been doing to everybody. You get what I'm saying? My husband looked at me ridiculous. I don't know why, because that's exactly what she was doing. She's on a strike. She's saying to everybody, saying that she doesn't want nobody to talk about her and this, that, and the other, because she knew this was coming down the pike. And so she didn't want anybody to on this rampage, if you will, and just she doesn't want anybody to know about anything, because she knew that this was coming down the pike, and boom, she's made things worse on herself. But it's good because it's out in public. Okay, so he said, I'm gonna read it again. Today I went to our daughter's school to see her, and I was flabbergasted to learn that there is a document on file preventing me from picking her up. A document I did not authorize or agree to. After speaking with school staff, it appears this document was submitted under your name, and from what I understand, may contain forged or misleading information. Wow. This is not the only issue of our court order, but it's also a serious legal offense. Forging custody-related documents or intentionally misleading school staff to prevent a parent with legal rights is a punishable act under the law. If this continues, I will have no choice but to bring this matter before the court and have it addressed accordingly. It's a shame that he has to go through this. However, it's good that he has people behind him helping him, and to not make this a personal thing. Keep it legal, keep it clean, no cussing, no fussing. Because a Jezebel spirit wants to push that out of you. They want to push your buttons. I'm dealing with this in my own life as far as where I work and everything else. And so once they know your buttons, they know how to push them. So it's obvious he is getting, he's getting help. Maybe somebody's helping him, maybe whatever, because I'm sure behind that screen he is angry, and anger makes you say a lot of things that you have no business saying. But it seems like one thing about a Jezebel spirit, which is what Miss Brittany is, they do not follow the rules. They do not take anybody trying to correct them. They're going to continue to do what they do. They can a word that I just literally learned or understood what it meant. They know how to finesse everyone. They know how to finesse people up high, down low, on their level. It doesn't matter. So, LaTruth, you do have your hands full with her. They don't get scared. They feel like they're always going to be in the front. They're going to win. They're going to figure it out. They're going to wiggle themselves out of the situation. They're going to slither themselves out of the situation. It always works in their favor. It doesn't matter, because there's always someone who they can fool, if you will. You have to be biblically based. You have to be strong. You get what I'm saying? You cannot have your shades on. You have to understand that, everything that they do is a lie. So when y'all, call her that name of lie, I understand, because everything that comes out of their mouth is something that is a lie, a form of a lie. It might be a little bit of a sprinkle of truth, but it's everything that they do and say. You have to kind of think twice about it. And so what I think about this situation right here, another thing, she just put out a book or ebook or a hard copy book or whatever, and it's called, this situation, her silence, it almost whatevered her. It almost obliterated her. It almost took her off the earth. I don't know. And immediately I'm like, oh, wow, she's still trying to, indirectly hurt her husband. So in past videos when I was saying they need to, they may get back together. Oh, heck no. They're not getting back together. I misread that. Maybe that was a little bit of my wishful thinking, because I hate to see families break up. But like I said in many of my other videos, this is a freaking Jezebel spirit. You don't want to be around a Jezebel spirit. It will drain you. Sir LaTruth, I had noticed, I was like, wow, he's not online a lot. So he's going to have to, if he's trying to get custody of Miss Caroline, he's going to, number one, he is going to have to stop some things on his social media, not to tell a grown man what to do. You're going to have to clean up your image. You're going to have to stop with the cussing. You're going to have to make sure when you do have access to your daughter that she's doing some good things, and she's, because since everything is documented, you need to document yourself being prepared to have your daughter there. I mean, she's still pretty young. That's a lot of raising to do. I hope that you're reading some books, i.e. the Bible, and maybe some other books that can help you with, parenting. You have to make sure that you are, gonna have not a whole bunch of women around your little girl, because she's still in that stage of, are you my mommy? Are you my mommy? Anybody pretty is gonna be her mommy. She's gonna be addicted to whomever you bring around her. So all of those things, the relationships and all of that playful, has to be pushed to the corner. A father is going to be looked at doubly hard because it's a dad. And so very rarely does the father get custody when the mom is competent, when the mom is there and she's able to do something. It's very hard. So this this journey is going to be uphill for a while. Document, record, do what you need to do, but when you are in front of the camera, you have to clean yourself up, because she is also has access to what you have access to. You get what I'm saying? And she's going to try to get her ducks in a row. Now, as far as Wayne being there, with all the things that he has on him, I don't know what that's about. That's a whole nother level. I'm not going to even get into it, because that's dangerous. Those things are if you have your children around someone who has that type of what they call, what is it called, rap sheet, or have that against them, or being, accused and all that, that's not good, and she said out her own mouth that the relationship when she was young and she'd been through some things, and but once this becomes like official and it looks like it's on paper, that's tough. That's all I can say about that. Children should not be around anyone like that with that type of rap sheet. I don't care who it is. I don't care if that's their, biological grandfather. If he's like that, get him up outside. Just like I said, I brought up Anaya Day and things like that. And that was the mom. The mom did all of that to Anaya. And, if you don't know about that story, like I think I mentioned it earlier, if you don't know, just understand that it's a tough story. Pray first. If you have very sensitive, like myself, very sensitive, and you don't know how to shake things off, please don't even look it up. Okay, you have to have a tough stomach, tough mind, tough spirit with that, because it's a very unfortunate story. But I brought that up to let you know, guys, this is serious. When someone's trying to get custody, whether custody battles are serious. People have lost a lot of things, including their lives, over custody battles. So that's why the first thing I did in this video is I prayed, to basically cover everybody in this situation. And it's good that it's public. It's not being secretive. It's not being quiet. And that's why she wanted to have everyone kind of on a moratorium, which is to just quiet everyone out, because they're under a huge umbrella or storm cloud of custody issues. The devil has a huge playground in that situation. So, we already know her deal. It's LaTruth. Again, I don't want you to walk into situations thinking it's going to be a cakewalk, it's going to be easy. It's not. I mean, you have to understand, a Jezebel spirit is very prideful. When she has 3 million 3 million followers and all of that, and to even the thought of her possibly losing her daughter to someone that she despises, to someone that she wouldn't care is here or not, if you will, that would be a huge blow to her ego. Okay, you're dealing with Ursula here. Ursula, the last 10 minutes of the darn mermaid movie. I'm not talking about the one who was little, and I'm talking about the one who was, who grew boom, 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 but she still was, not victorious in the size of that. She still got her just due. But my point is, that's who you are up against. But if God is for you, who can be against you? So you're going to have to get that relationship with God together. Not, get him in there to fight your battles, because that's what happens. And ask God to put the words in your mouth, Sir LaTruth, whether you're in front of the judge, in front of your audience, in front of your daughters, in front of yourself. To ask God to put the right words in your mouth so you can speak life over yourself, because like I said, this is not going to be easy. I'm not telling you to be scared, but it ain't going to be easy, because sis is over there fuming, to say the least. All right, guys. So continue the conversation in the comments, y'all. I just had to sneak in. It's like double dutch, y'all. And by double dutch, I mean, yeah, that's what I play. Because there's some big people out here, content creators, that are really on this story like white on rice. And I give them their space. And I just kind of just try to get a little bit of y'all. I'm not in competition with them guys. I actually love them, because they keep me aware of this stuff. Like I said, I'm not just a content creator. I'm actually a person who's watching this unfold, just like you guys. All right, I will see y'all next time. And don't be shy under these comments. I really want to know how y'all feel about the situation.